director, and our favorite Time Lord, Matt Smith.
Thanks for having me. Thank you for the welcome as well. It's nice to see you all. So many scattered feathers. Hello.
Matt, first time in New Orleans, I got a chance to check
My
you out.
first time in New Orleans. What a city! Are you kidding me? You guys are spoiled. I'm like, what, they live here? This is where they live? It's brilliant. I love it.
Okay, let's jump right into it. Let's jump right into it. Yes. Seeing how this is all about time travel, take us back. Travel back a few years ago before Doctor Who. What was your life like before all this happened?
Oh gosh, well it was different. I was an actor, I was doing a lot of theatre, and that was wonderful. And what's amazing about sort of Doctor Who is that you realise it's such a sort of family environment that you're welcomed into. Or in my case, not made very welcome. They were like, who's this young guy? He's not the Doctor. Yeah, and then suddenly your life changes quite drastically because you move away, you go and live in Cardiff for sort of 9 months, and then you get to come and do things like this, really. And actually, I brought my best friend, who I've known for like my whole life, has come with me to New Orleans. He's here, Bonnie, come here, come on. This is my best friend in the world, so he can probably tell you all about that. Give us a skills, but we still hang out. So ultimately, my point is, my life is exactly the same, apart from, going to work on Doctor Who. Does that make any sense?
Before we get to fan questions, we had a monumental episode during Christmas, and it was of course, your departure, which made everyone in this room extremely sad. But as you look back now, you're looking at the past few years, what are your thoughts? Like, where's your mind at? How do you just describe this epic journey in the past few years?
God, it's so hard, really. I mean, I saw Stephen the other night, because I just did a play, and he came to see the play, and we were just sort of catching up, and he'd been hanging out with Karen, because she's in LA. And just sort of, like, we just have so many wonderful memories of different Comic-Cons and of being part of that show, of this sort of family environment where you really feel like it is a shared culture, a shared world, and I just feel, I don't know, I look back and I feel very proud and very, just pleased that I got to play that guy as well. He's the dude.
You didn't just have large shoes to fill, you had like 10 large pairs of shoes to fill.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
was it what you expected as you began that role and as you concluded it?
Well, I mean, I was so nervous, because David was such a fantastic doctor. And he's such a cool guy as well. So is John Hurt, by the way. He's a complete... Russell was so great, and so we were aware. For my money, I was really lucky that I had Stephen Moffat, who I just think's a complete... And then I met Karen and Arthur, who we just... It was so happened that we got on really well, and then we got to travel the world and just be sort of mad together, really. Thank you. I love socks. I'm a fan of bright socks. They're my one flourish a day.
Bright socks are cool!
We had Gal, I can't even see the mic. Where's the mic over on this side? I'm sorry. Okay. She's been waiting and staying at that microphone for like 2 hours.
No, really?
So, please, what's her name?
Sarah?
Go ahead.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Here we are in New Orleans. What's going on?
Okay.
Oh, that's all right.
And don't exclude me.
Well, I think it's sort of dependent. I don't know, because I can answer the question in two ways. The scariest episode I filmed as an actor, starting Doctor Who, was the first 2 episodes we filmed with a wonderful director, which was the time of, Flesh and Stone, and time of, what are they called? Time of Aliens. I knew that, I was just testing if you had. And you do, so bravo, well done. This is real. Let me just show you this. And as an actor, I was deeply petrified. And then actually, I think, in terms of, I think the scariest monster for me is the angel. I thought there was some really scary monster stuff in, crikey, it's called Episode 1, Season 2, Day of the, oh god, there's astronauts in the title. The Impossible Astronauts. Again, testing if you knew you did, well done. The next test, there's 3 tests this evening.
You're gonna pass with my colors.
Yeah, I bet not. Yeah, what's your scariest episode?
For me, it's the astronauts too, because
Yeah.
well, it's the Statue of Liberty, but it turned into this giant weeping angel.
Yeah, that was cool. See, that's Stephen's brilliant mind, you know. Cool.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. And up here, yes.
How did the silence blow up your ship?
How did the silence? What was the last part of the question, please?
Blow up your ship.
Oh, gosh. Oh, Christ. Well, basically, yeah. Well, are you referring to episode 13 of season 1? Which is basically what it all came back to, because they were then tasked. What happened was,
Spoiler, you don't give it away.
Yeah.
No, they're wrong.
and who knows what's going to happen with Peter Sox? Maybe they'll come back, and I don't want to give too much away. No, basically, they were working as some sort of cruel cult. But actually, in the end, they turned out to be quite nice. This is the great thing. In the end, they were like on the silence and the Doctor kind of hanging out and blowing up Daleks. It's all to do with the Daleks. Basically, in Doctor Who, blame the Daleks. Worst answer by a Doctor ever.
Yes, please.
Hi, Matt. Thank you so much for coming. I'm sure we're all very excited.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So my question was, so Clara only got one word to ask the doctor for help, and I was wondering what your one word would be to describe this whole experience for you and why. Also, my friend made you a bow tie. Oh my god.
Cool, yes, I did get a bow tie. What one word to describe my whole experience in Doctor Who?
Yes.
Wow. These are really tough questions. One word to describe my experience in Doctor Who. Wait. This is a word born of Latin and of Time Lord. Geronimo Splendidus. The plural is Geronimo Splendidly, which means Super Geronimo. I mean, there's a whole language, but I
Hello.
Hello.
The first question was my stepdaughter, the second was my son. We're huge fans.
Wow, you've kidnapped the people that asked.
We'll return them later.
Yeah.
My question is how you feel about Peter Capaldi's doctor having a relationship with River Song.
Don't ask. Stephen, I was like, listen, oh, just not Alex. Anyone, don't get him little. But Peter is the doctor now, and the doctor rules, and hey, it's what can I do? What can I do apart from watch and be like, oh, this would be really. People should turn up in fezzes. I don't know really. I think it's an exciting journey, and I think that Stephen will be planning things that are going to unfold over the years, and I think he'll reinvent sort of the folklore, and it will be Peter's folklore. But I'm really proud of the fact that Alex was part of Number 11's life, my wife.
So as you look back over the years, was there a favorite moment, maybe on screen, off screen, that behind the scenes?
Yeah, God, I mean, so many. We had an amazing time with me, Karen, Arthur, and Stephen, and the executive producers. We came over to America for the first time. We did a screening in East Village in New York, and we sort of thought like no one would turn up, and we went, holy mother of Joseph, what the Americans like Doctor Who. Sat there and went, whoa, they really get it, man, and they're really into it, and that was really exciting. And I think maybe the first screening in Wales that we had was really nerve-wracking, and then me and Stephen and everyone, and that guy Bondi who you just saw, we went to watch the 11th Hour at Stephen's house for the first time, and that was with my mum and dad, and with Karen and Arthur, and that was quite exciting.
Hello, sorry to stop, but it's all not to go. Anyway, I'm Matt.
Hi.
So, your regeneration on Doctor Who was one of those sad, but also those beautiful days, and it's so far because up to that point, I feel like he couldn't say goodbye, and he couldn't accept change, and then it was so peaceful. And it was really great to see him go out that way, but I wanted to know what you thought more about that change, and what gave him his peace again, and also how your doctor changed throughout your entire time.
Right, okay. Thank you very much. I have to, I'm struggling to hear the questions as clearly. It's nothing to do with you, I think it's the mic, so forgive me if I repeat myself asking the back. But I think I heard, you're talking about my regeneration, and sort of me going out, but peacefully. Oh, it was a sort of Stephen thing. I think when you look over the history of Doctor Who and stuff, and previous regenerations, I think he was really interested in it being quite simple. And I thought one of the real moments in it, I was really pleased when Amy Pond came back into it. I think and that was really nice. But for me as an actor, I mean, being really honest with you, I did loads of really different takes. So I was quite surprised to see that was the take that they used. Because I thought they might go with something else. Because we did a lot of different takes, we did a lot of different versions of that ending, and a lot of them were really troubling, and I quite liked them. I'm going to get in trouble now from everyone. Why are you talking about Doctor Who when you've left? But that's what they went with, and it was sort of interesting. So yeah, and as an actor, I think your job is to offer up as many options as possible, which is what I tried to do. And I don't know, what gave me that peace at the end was, it's strange. Imagine if you're dying, and imagine if you're facing the world and the people you love, and you have that real serenity, like old people have it. My granddad has it, like there's a sort of peace to them, and a serenity, and a quality, and they're comfortable with their life and who they've been. And I think there's something in the Doctor going, and also the key point, and this was the big thing that kind of Stephen always says, is for the Doctor, he doesn't go, I'm dying, he goes, I'm living. And I think as the actor, you have to be unselfish and go, the Doctor's not dying, it's just, but as an actor, you're going, burning up inside, but the character lives on, and will go on, and beyond me and Peter and everyone else. I met loads of kids today, and they're like, 40 years' time, there'll be another Doctor. It's strange. Anyway, I'm rambling, sorry.
Is there anything in the world you would give Dr. Who up to have?
Giving up Doctor Who's hard. I mean, I love Doctor Who. I love this show. I love what it is and what it represents and stuff. But I always wanted to be a professional footballer. Oh, it's sad. I love that, but I feel quite happy and fortunate to be Doctor Who. You know. I think there's a couple of girls that might consider it for me.
So in all your time and space travels, and you travel to another parallel universe, and you find out about Smith, what would he be doing other than acting?
Ooh. What would I be doing? President of the United States. Free healthcare for everyone. I don't know, no. I'd probably be, I quite like directing. I think that's quite fun. I quite like the idea of exploring that. Wouldn't it be, interesting to be something really brilliant, like, I don't know, be a dolphin or something? Could I just be a killer whale? I get to travel around in pods, no one else can eat them, they look cool.
Sir, go ahead.
Hi, Matt. I'm the 103rd Doctor on Tumblr. So my question is, what number Doctor is Capaldi?
Well, the thing is, I'm not really attached to 11. And then obviously, for my money, he's 12. Because I like being 11, because I like the number 11. But then, there's a whole lot of Doctor Who science that might suggest otherwise, because of Johnny Hurt, the other Doctor. But for me, I think number 12. What do you think?
With John, and if you count 10 to,
You think 13?
yeah, 13.
Yeah, I know. This is the thing, isn't it? I mean, technically, if we're obeying the actual science of Doctor Who, he is 13. That means I'm giving up 11, which no.
Speaking of all 12 Doctors, 50 years, celebrating the 50th anniversary, we talked about this in our earlier fan panel about what's Doctor Who's contribution to 50 years of pop culture? As you look back over time and space, and as historians look back, what do you think will be Doctor Who's contribution?
Well, that is a really good question. I mean, I think it's really massive, actually, particularly in Britain, because I think even if you have never watched the show in England, you know what the word Dalek represents. You know what that blue police phone box. You know what story it's from. And you know if someone says, there's a sort of culture, it's sort of born into the fabric of you. And actually, I tell you what, this is what's been really interesting about this convention. Of all the conventions I've done in the US, I've seen the most young people here. And I think that is really encouraging, because I heard that it was on BBC America early in the morning, which I'm really pleased about, because I really believe that Doctor Who is for all generations. And in America, it seems more like it's a cult adult show, and it's nice to see more and more kids getting involved, because it's good to scare them when they're 6. I think that's really important.
Yes, I'm here.
There was another show besides Doctor Who that you could be on. What show?
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, repeat that one more time. Can't quite hear it because of the feedback. Go ahead, say it again.
If you could be on another popular show, what show would you be on?
Oh, God, that's a good question. If I could go on another popular show, what would it be? No, listen, there's no room for me on Sherlock. Come on, they've got Benedict and Martin. There's quite enough to keep your Englishman on that show. There's no room for another.
Great dog.
awful. I'd be terrible on a reality show. I'm really moody. I'm terrible in the mornings. When my football team loses, I get massively grumpy. You'd hate me, really. I really like, it's probably very popular in this show. I thought Breaking Bad was phenomenal. And just to be in a room with Heisenberg, or just, you know, all that kind of Aaron Paul would be very exciting. I love The Walking Dead. I think that's really cool. Yeah. Do you know what show I really love? My favourite TV show in ages is I'm Out of Partridge. It's an English show, which I can only recommend if you watch. It's got Steve Coogan. Check it out. That got sort of flutter of but I'd like to be in that. Good question.
Yeah. Yes.
There, that's it. So my name is Isabel. I love you. Just like, what was your favorite part about filming The Day of the Doctor? Because, like, I don't know, David Tennant and John Hurt, they just seem like really fun guys to do.
Oh, they are. And also, big props to Billy Piper, who's a great friend of mine as well. I mean, do you know what? The most amazing thing about that is that you knew you were doing something really historic. You sort of knew it was a real moment in the history of the show. And I feel like we did okay with it because we were all really nervous because we know that our fans in Doctor Who have high standards. But we wanted to get it right. Yeah, it was just exciting. And then seeing Tom, like I got to do a scene with Tom Baker, you know. That was really special. He's cool. He's totally like what you'd expect him to be. He's basically Doctor Who. You're like, wow, you're really the Doctor. You're actually from space.
Can you describe your last moments as a doctor? What you're feeling inside? And
Yeah, I was on a wire, hanging in the air. Again, where was that? And it was, you know, me and Stephen, we're not emotional then really. We got quite upset actually. It was very sad. And it's been 4 years, and I'm so close with all the crew, and that was my life. And this was my life, you know, coming and doing things like this. And it's a very hard thing to leave, but hey, you know, you can't stay forever. But I was very sad, and then I went and got massively drunk. All the children in the room, don't do that until you're over the age of 21. If you ever come to London, do it at 18, but don't tell your parents.
yes, over here.
What's your favorite animal?
That is an absolutely heroic question. Right, I've got a list of animals that I think are brilliant. One, the llama. You know why? Because every day it wakes up and goes, God, I'm a llama, I've got no idea what I am. 2, the otter. Fantastic animal. 3, the badger. Fantastic animal. And 4, the golden eagle, because solitary, it can fly around, it isn't really high, and yeah. If we're going to pick a top 5, ooh.
Go on.
I really want a dog. But is it my favourite animal? No. Oh, it's got to be something aquatic.
Maybe you started that.
Sorry, I've started an animal off. Oh yeah, let's pick the top 4. Llama, otter, badger. There was another one.
We wandered into a strange place, man. Yes, over here.
Hi, Matt. I'm Kara.
Hi.
Okay, so my question. So you've already been the doctor, but if you could be any companion, who would you be?
Oh my God. Oh, that puts me right under the cosh. because I can't pick Karen or Jenna. Then we wouldn't get to the Neil. No, don't want to do that. Who would I be? Right, that's a good question.
Pick Rory.
Rory! Rory! He dies all the time, he can't run in a straight line. He looks like Arthur, I just want to kiss him hard. I mean, I'm not Rory. No. Hang on! Good question, though.
If you could pick an episode of Doctor Who to live in real life, what episode would it be?
If I could be in any episode?
Like, if you could live an episode in real life, what episode?
Oh, gosh.
Wedding of River Song.
I don't know. I think for me, it would have to be the 11th hour, and I'd have to be the person that met the Doctor. Because that to me is the whole magic. That's still my favourite episode that I was ever in. Just the very